So, ladies and gentlemen, since I've had a couple of weeks away on doing the Californias, and then now I return here, it'll seem the funny farm is just exactly a mess up as it was when I left. No actual change. So 2 of our trailers are sat there. See, we hook and drop, that's the idea. We brought empty trailers down and bobtailed back. Did some of the company guys, so we could have trailers down here to speed the thing up and drop and hook. And it turns out that it still isn't working really. Right there. So we're no trailers. It's not an off-road vehicle. So I'm not meant for that. So yeah, there's no trailer. We've got two of our trailers sat there loaded. There's another guy, another owner-operator, same as me. He's sat there with one of our trailers on as well. He's loaded. So you've got 3 trailers now. Oh, 4 with mine, still sat there loaded. I don't know what time the those last 2 trailers came in, quite a bit ago. So I haven't got an empty trailer. I'm going up to the other farm, which is just over here, to see if there's a trailer up there. Because talking to the guy who's meant to be running it there, is there a trailer up at the other farm? Oh, I don't really know. You know, it's like... There is our black trailer there, that one that I reversed up to. But that's got empty, that's got, I think that's got boxes on it. Empties, and I don't want those because that's going up to where I came out of, that's going back up towards Linden up that way, which is 30 miles north of my house. So I want to go to the one that's closer to my house because what'll happen is my next load isn't until I want to drop the empty in the farm where I'm picking one out of tomorrow. That's the whole thing, and they don't want any plastic trays. Joel's coming up behind me. He's got a load on, so he'll be in there at 11 o'clock. He can pick the one up to go further up north. Good old Joel. Hopefully there'll be we'll have a trailer here. This is a dusty old place, this one. Oh man, you wait till you see this. I think you've seen this. See, they brought out the field loose, as you saw with the, no, I ain't showing you in the back, and then they put into the boxes here, put in the cold store, put into the boxes. But it'll seem not very quickly, or not quick enough, the amount that's coming in. There is a lot coming in. Somebody, obviously in an office who's worked all the what is it out, the calculations of unloading and loading and shit like that haven't really calculated that well, have they? There's none of our frigging trailers here. Oye, yo buscando una remolque vacío, anchor. Este no hay, este es todos cargados. Estos son 3 cargados ahora. Este ninguno es vacío. No hay por aquí tampoco, ¿no?
Aquí no hay más.
No, vale. Mi vuoi per well splendid. Vale, gracias. So great. Making waves, wasn't it? Don't look as though they're unloading super quick here, do they? Looks like I'm going to grab that. I'm going to go all the way up there. Bollocks. That one didn't know her ass from an elbow. All the fun of the funny farm! Well, here we are. You know, sometimes I fuck up. We all fuck up sometimes, and today is royally fuck up day. Yes, it is. Man, these plastic things. As you can see, well, you can't. It just looks like a haulage yard, doesn't it? Well, I'm loading, coming up to Bivo now. Came off the berries. It's a shit show still, and the rain's put off as well, so we can't actually do the cranberries when it's raining. They won't pick the blueberries, rather. They won't pick the blueberries when it's raining. Cranberries are alright because they float them to the top. The water doesn't bother them. But the blueberries, they split if they put them in the trays and stuff like that and wait. So, flowers, Bivo flowers out of Canada. So I'm up in Canada. I tailed it up here. Good load for Eastern Washington. But in 8 years I've never loaded out of this one at Bivo. This is another place we load out of. That was all new to me. Just over the Linden border. Nice easy hop. Great, yeah, we say. Absolutely fucking junk. Hold up, I've got to go move a cone. On back again. And it's pissing it out, yeah, because obviously this looks a bit. Gonna clean the truck, innit? Natural truck wash brush. Oh god, I decided that one looks hard. Yeah, that's my aerial. I can't go through that one. I'm gonna whack my aerial. I might have to take my aerial. I've took the wrong entrance to. There's an entrance next door. I shouldn't be in here. I should be in. The farm is next door, not this place. Right, but the nice guy I just spoke to. Remember, if you're getting anything like this, it will happen to you. It doesn't matter how good you are. Now and then, you will fuck up unless you do a regular route and don't go anywhere else apart from the same place all the time. Then you should be all right. But so I pulled in. I went down and it's like, nope, I can't get any further. Went for a walk round, don't sacrifice yourself. I knew straight away when I sort of got halfway in, I'm like, nah, this in. And I saw the greenhouses to the left hand side as well. I'm like, ah, you fucked up. You fucked up. And a big hedge and ditch in the way, so I couldn't get across. So, just this one. It's this one. Said first or second, was it? What did he say? Remember. Oh my giddy hands. I had to walk to this bit. I think it's, yeah, it is this one. I remember that bright liner. Maybe I should have gone right onto that one. Yeah, it will. Get out and walk. Don't get yourself all fucking thinking Mr. Bang will get that left under. He did mean go down to the bottom. Well, it's not going to reverse now, I think. Yeah, just stop, get out, go talk to the people. You make mistakes, just explain straight away. I've messed up. Is there any way I can get turned around in your yard, please? I'm very, very sorry. It's an accident. Oh no, I couldn't have done that. I could have done that. This looks like the only way. I think we're only going to get one shot of this. There's the greenhouses. That dips right down that side. Oh, come on, baby, come on. Could have gone narrower a bit on the trailer. Luckily, that's all banked on that side and it's leaning it away from the building. That was lucky. Oh, how am I going now? Yeah, so I came in here, went for a walk, talked to the guy, explained that I'd messed up. I looked at this, I walked down yonder and had a look and thought, I ain't going to get turned around. My option was to pull into there and then reverse back, but I didn't. I stayed exactly where I was because that was going to be tight round there. There's that thing sticking out over yonder, whatever it is. What was that? Weird looking thing. So I went and talked to somebody and he explained. We went for a walk round. He said, we'll get right round, no worries. You know, everybody makes mistakes. Like I say, just explain you fucked up. Oh, so stop exactly where you are. You came in so you know you can get out. Remember that, yeah? If you got in, you've got to be able to get out. But if you keep going forward, you can end up in yourself in all sorts of shit and stuff like that. And then you're going to really piss somebody off if it's a private place or something like that and they don't want you there. So if worst come scenario, I'd have had to reverse out, which went onto this road. There is quite a high shoulder there and stuff like that. It has still been awkward because it had been blindside, but you know, that would have been if I actually was stuck and couldn't get totally around. But we did it. And we got out unscathed, antennas and everything's still intact. Let's try and go in the proper entrance. Wait up, we're gonna burn out. Do you think this is it? Let's try this one. Maybe? Yeah, Bivo. It says a big sign on the thing. Look, Bivo Farms. No Bivo Farms on the other entrance I just went in. No Bivo Farms. This one, Bivo Farms. How difficult was that, Vernon? Wasn't, was it? There's Timmy. He's probably been watching me laughing over on the other side of the edge. See you in a bit. Water going on. So I've dropped a trailer over yonder. This is just coming back into Canada. So I'm going back now to get Lee's load because Lee's a convict and he's not allowed in Canada. If you're you only have to be a little bit of a naughty boy, DUI or something like that, and then the Canadians will not let you in. You've got to be squeaky clean like moi here. Fine example of a truck driver. But it's not always. I do get stopped and hassled quite a bit at the borders. If anybody's been following me, they'll know that. And usually Sumas is all right, but not today. I haven't been over for a while, so I had to go and help them with their inquiries. What does they do? Why are you coming backwards and forwards, young man? What's going on? And it'd been a cock-up with the paperwork. I asked Kylie, when I loaded my load, which is sat at the border waiting to clear customs, I left it in the car park just there. Okay, the full story. I loaded mine over at Bivo, which is near the other border, which is that way, Langley. Because I was empty, I don't need a paperwork, I don't need a manifest or anything like that. I can just go straight in with my green card or passport, like you would be in a car, a pedestrian, straight in. Coming back out, you need your manifest and you need all this malarkey bump and shoot like this and all that. Let's not get these mixed up. So you need all that back in there. Make sure you don't lose any of this paperwork. You've got to have all that, otherwise you're going to be screwed. So that was green. You can check on the app whether your load's cleared or anything. Big car park back yonder, just at the border there, and you check it, and it wasn't cleared. Anyway, Tim was sat there as well, and I'm like, I ain't sitting around here because I've got another trailer to load, so our yard is just over the other side, not so far down there. So I dropped the trailer there, bobtailed back across, explained to the man who was a bit bewildered what I was doing. I don't think he understood my accent. Grabbed another trailer, which now it has racks on. So when it has something on, you need a manifest to get back in, even though they're empty racks. But Kylie had routed me through the other border. It says which border you're going through. So that sort of threw some, when you go through the first gate, because you don't get out there, you just hand the paperwork over. You've seen it before, I think, when I've done some videos on the border and that. Anyway, she said you routed through Langley through the other border. I'm like, oh god, I know what's gone on here, because I told Kylie I was coming up through the other one because it's just close. Is there's two Bivo Farms. Keep up, yeah. One's over to that border, one's closer to this one. Anyway, so I came straight into that one. This time she's routed me back through the other one because she knew I was going over there. So what a problem. The nice woman on the gate said I should be able to sort it out. It doesn't matter. Seeing you've only got empty racks on, it's not produce or anything like that. Coming in, it's not a problem. I mean, punched a few buttons and what have you. And she said, yeah, but they want to see you in the office now. Oh. They want to search your truck. Right, of course they do. Of course they do. I look like a fucking convict, don't I? Yeah, so into the interrogation booth and talked to them and explained my situation several times. Why I was coming back over. I said I'm coming to load a trailer, but I should have just said. Actually, I think he said it was why wasn't it in your name. It is in my name. That's weird. It's my name. Yeah. What I did, I talked too much, as you may know, and I said I'm just coming across to load a trailer for my friend, and then he's like, interrogation, why isn't your friend coming across to load it? Because he's a convict, he's not allowed in your country. Well, that seems funny that your company sent him all the way up here. No, our yard's in Sumas, he lives there. Oh right, is this your first time here? You know, all the questions coming at me. I've never seen this one before because I haven't been over for a while. I'm like, oh no, here we go. Now I've been coming over for 8 years. Oh right, is this regular that you load other people's trailers? Yes, if they're busy and doing something else, I might load one. But you know what? I won't be doing it again. That's for sure. Bollocks to that. And it was a million questions. Yes, he's saying, I understand that. Well, you obviously don't, because you just asked me several times what I'm doing. Going to the farm, going to Langley, put flowers on. Where does this stuff go? Where does the produce go? It goes to Costco. Always go to Costco. Anchor trucking, Costco, all the time. Costco, that's all it goes. Lots of them, lots and lots of them. Oh, right. So in the end, he said, right, you're free to go. I don't think, it doesn't look like he's stomped about in the truck. I don't know whether he's been in or not, actually. I can't see any stompy marks, unless he wore little slippers. They do actually sometimes. Over at the other border, when they've gone inside, they have actually put the feet out, especially if it's put slippers on things over the boots so they don't filthy your floor, which is nice. Oh, what's going on here? I don't think you should be going on the freeway. Okay. Riding his electric scooter bike thing on the wrong way on the freeway. There you go. An adventure. So anyway, happy days. We're moving on, moving forward, and it's now nearly 5 o'clock. I've wasted 3/4 of an hour sat in there. Bollocks, the love of trucking, eh? What a day. What's that on there? Oh shit. It started at, what was it, 6 o'clock this morning. Well, I didn't get that. I stopped last night at 12:30. Just south of Seattle, about 50-60 miles south of Seattle. Then what did I do after that? I can't remember what I did. I went to, I was intentions to stay in bed until Seattle traffic moved, because I didn't think there was going to be anything, because of the weather. We've got no berries, so I was going to wait till like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, before the traffic, go home, have the rest of the day off, kick back. Oh no, 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 no. Not to be. Don't ever suspect something or plan something in transport. We all know how that works, don't we? So, I've just had some cheese and crackers. God, we know how to live, don't we? We live the life. So, yeah, 6 o'clock there was a message came through. I didn't hear that. 6:30, I had my phone ring. Only rang twice, went off. So I looked at it, it was Casey Anchor, dispatch. I'm like, oh, fuck. I knew there was a trailer up in the yard, loaded to go back to Curtis, where I've been doing with the berries. I thought, that's not so bad. I can do that. If I get up now, I'll miss the traffic, get up here. It's about 3 hours from where I am, up to Sumas, pick the trailer up, back down to Curtis is about 4 or 5 hours, and still be home tomorrow night. Probably late on, but you know, I could be home. Extra money. So I thought I'll give him a call. Well, that was a mistake, wasn't it? Oh, Vernon. Oh no, first it was John. Do you want to do the Curtis? Yeah, I'll do that. Like I suspected, that one in the yard. I knew it was there. Somebody had to give me the heads up on it. Yeah, do you want to do that? Yes, I can do that. On my way. As I'm on my way, he calls me again. Hey, do you want to change that? Do you want to do a Bivo load? I'm like, not really. I don't like coming in. I don't like doing Bivos anymore. Time tips, it's shit coming over the border. This border, I don't know. I haven't been across for a bit and I get hassled a lot. Sure enough. So anyway, I accepted. I said, yeah, I'll do it. I'll come up here. So I came straight up with my first trailer, which I told you about, where I went and loaded that one. Got that one loaded, didn't I? That hasn't cleared, so I dropped that, like I said before. I dropped that at the border. Came back here with my other... Missed my exit to come off the freeway to come into this one with Lee's trailer. Lee's trailer was sat in the yard with this trailer now with a load of shit on it and stuff, so I had to sort that out, drop it, unhook it from another trailer, left it, somebody had left it on a truck. I'm like, fucking hell, they could have at least, you know, unhooked it, shut the doors, wrapped it up, but no, just leave it, dump it. Not their problem. Hate that. So then I come through the border and get hassled at the border. Oh yeah, and then miss my exit, then get in here, whack the mirror reversing in. Luckily it only popped the back plastic off and it hadn't damaged anything. I was like, no! So that was a relief, because it's been a shit day. It really has. Now I've got 260 miles to do, which I won't there. I don't want to start my log. I'm running agricultural all day. So, for some of you whingers who think you've had a long day and stuff like that, when the harvest comes, I know it's all my fault and I take the work and stuff like that, but you've got to do what you've got to do. I started, like I say, 6:30 this morning. It's now 6:45. I'll probably, I've got to drop this trailer, come back for my trailer over the border. Hopefully I won't get hassled again. Hopefully. Who knows? I think they're a bit suspicious about me bouncing in and out. I don't know. I know I'm loading trailers, for God's sake. I've been coming here for 8 years, but no. I still want a piece of the burn. So I'll drop this trailer in Sumas, which is right over the border, wherever Lee's hanging out. I can't get hold of him. Which I ain't really bothered. I'm just going to drop his trailer there and go back and get mine. Mine's cleared. I haven't checked to see if this is cleared. It will have cleared. I know it will. It better have done. Otherwise he's staying on the Canadian side and he'll have to find somebody else to get it. And then I can get on my way. I'll drive to the top of the mountain. Top of the big hill. Snoqualmie. Snoqualmie. I can say it now. Snoqualmie. Big hill. I'll park on top of there, nice and quiet. You know I like that one up there. And then I'll only have probably a couple of hours to drop me down to my first delivery. I've got to be the first one for, that's First one for 6 o'clock. So there's going to be 1, 2, 3. I'm going to probably finish for 11 o'clock. Started at 6:30, finish at 11 o'clock. I did go home for a cup of tea and a bite to eat in between coming up here. And yeah, that'll be 11 o'clock. Start again at 4 o'clock in the morning, because I can start my logs then. I'm just trying to explain what sort of days we have when we're busy. Some of these people that complain about doing an 8 and or a full shift and shit like that. Get on with ya. Can't earn the big bucks if you don't do the big hours. Truck driver, we're not a big paid job. Don't get that out of your mind if you want to come into the industry. It's not huge bucks. You're not going to be on doctor's salary. If you want to earn a shitload of money, you've got to put a shitload of hours in. That's the end. The end. Unless you want to be skillful and do something totally different, like, I don't know, oversized loads where you've got to actually think. And I ain't talking a caravan wide load or something like that. That's a bit interesting. You know, 14-foot wide cabin or something like that. I'm talking your big mega loads, you know, your big heavy haul, 200,000 pound and all that shit. Then you're going to get paid a little bit extra. What's them guys in England with the fancy push-pull trucks and what have you? Pollocks, innit? Pollocks? Lime green and red, I think they are. That sort of shit. You get into that, you'll earn some money there. But you've got to have your wits about you. You're not just going to jump into that now. Straight out of your 3-week training course. So on we go. Good evening and good night. Oh, here we go. I can't got me stand to hold it in or anything like that. So I've just come back in the yard, just dropped Lee's trailer, and I was in the right mood, and it's like, fuck, look at the time, it's really late and shit like that, and there's nobody in the yard. And then who do I see but one of our trucks? There was the really old blue one that I didn't even think ran, actually. Dump. Oh, there we go. It didn't think ran. Is John Anker, the old man, and his daughters in the yard, and they're shunting. There's the old truck. They're shunting trailers from across the road farm with berries back into here. He's 82-year-old, and he's shunting trailers at 8 o'clock at night. And you think, you know, take your hat off to him, really do. What a grafter that man is, he really is. He'll be back in that office at 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning. I know he will. You know, and you think, well, you can't be pissed when you see him, when you see your dispatch doing that. It's like, holy cow, you know. It's inspiration, really is. It certainly is. They don't make them like that anymore. There aren't many like that, I'll tell you. 82-year-old and shunting trailers. You know, it's not as though he's just hooking and going. He's hooking, bringing them back, unhooking them and doing all that shit. So now, back over the border. Sumas, back over the border to pick my trailer up, which is all cleared and everything now. And then we can eventually set on our way. At last. At bloody long last. So it's now coming up to 8 o'clock. There's Bob's Burger and Brew. Good burgers, those. Bloody good burgers.
Then take the first left.
Yeah, on our way. Richard ain't far behind me somewhere. He's going to go load up. And on we go. Oh, nearly spilled my coffee. Top of the morning to you. I'm just in Spoke. No, I'm not. I'm in Union Gap. On my first delivery. 5 hours sleep last night, so I was a bit tired when I got here, actually. I was about 10 minutes after my delivery, so I hadn't bothered calling ahead because it was only 10 minutes. I get here to a very disgruntled guy on the forklift who's running the dock floor, basically, the doors and stuff like that. And he told, apparently, Costco, no deliveries under any circumstances. He didn't take in anything today because it's stock taking. And I can see he's pretty busy and stressed out there. So, what you need to do, don't rear up. Do not rear up. Remember, Vernon advised taking a leave it bollocks to you. He has you by the gonads, the ghoulies and what have you. if you don't get this off, you're going to be switching about. But luckily, it's all the same produce, so I could have carried on and what have you. But it's better to get them off anyway. So just reason with the guy. Okay, then, sorry, didn't know, blah, blah, blah. And then you need to talk to whoever your dispatch is or your shipper and stuff like that to see what they want doing with his produce. Anyway, I said, okay, then, I'll see what I can do and what's going to happen. I didn't know, you know, I've got it down here. I explained to him and that. He said, I'll tell you what, you're going to be a couple of hours. I'll try and get you in quicker. And he calmed down a bit and all was good. And so he's going to get me in, but it's running late now, which, to be fair, I'm absolutely knackered. So I've had another hour's sleep in my bed. So I wasn't overly worried. He did me a bit of a favour, actually, because I'm tired. You know, you get tired. And I've got knock-on delivery times on my sheet here, like majority of people have with multi-drops and things like that. So my next one's 7:30 and things like that. So as soon as you know you aren't going to make your first one, you've got to call the rest of them to make sure they're not going to affect, and they just give them a heads up. It's courtesy call. Don't think, I know a lot of drivers, not my problem, not my problem. Yes, it is your fucking problem. You're a professional truck driver. Make it your problem. Just give them a heads up, make it nice, and then when you get there, everything's good and stuff like that. They haven't gone home and you aren't stuck out in the water, because that will happen to you. Just give them a call. It's really easy. Everybody has free. I'm not asking, you know, that you go find a pay box and stick a load of money in it, 10 bob and shit like that. No, or 2p. You've all got free phone calls with your contract and shit like that. Just give them a call. Let them know. I've got 3 other deliveries after here. Give them a call. Richland, the next one, absolutely brilliant. She said that's done me a favour as well, because I'm chock-a-block on the dock at the moment, so that works for her. Court Lane, I didn't get in touch with them, actually. I don't think, or did I? Yes, sorry, I think I did. Let's have a look. I can't even remember who I called now. Did Court Lane, did I talk to those? Which one was that? 68686. Oh, I don't know. 68, did we talk to them? No, I don't think actually I haven't got in touch with them, so I need to call them again. That's in 11 o'clock. They're the only ones that didn't pick up. Spokane, my last one, I told them it's going to be about 2:30, 3 o'clock by the time I get there. I did have a 12:30. She said, I told Bivo, no deliveries today. We're doing stock taking. So that was 2 out of my 4 that said no deliveries today. The Richland did have a delivery, because I asked her, I said, did you have me down, you know? And she said, yeah. So the Spokane would want me to deliver tomorrow. Now, right, I know a lot of people maybe out there have... you've got something arranged. Transport is a terrible thing to try and arrange things. Things can change at the drop of the hat. Something on the freeway or the motorway or something like that. You know, puncture, blow up engine, anything can happen. So it is difficult to try and plan, you know, say a home thing. But for example, if you had some urgent thing, you were going on holiday tomorrow or something like that, so you had to be back, you're getting a flight, your kid was at football and you don't want to miss it at the prom or something like that. There's no point in your last delivery, so, you know, rearing up and shit like that. Go over there, I said, and it's a supermarket, so it's going to be open till 10 o'clock is Costco. Go over there, there's always a manager about, explain the situation, you have to be back. You really need to be back. Please come with any way we can take them off. These are trolleys that can push off. It's not, you don't need a forklift or anything like that. So it's pretty safe bet you can take them off yourself if you have a dock and things like that. So, you know, get over there, explain. Now, if all else fails and you have to get home, find another trolley, take the flowers off, put them on the other trolley and stack them outside of his door and leave. Maybe that's not that good. Yeah. If you really had to be home, that's what you'd have to do. You know, it wouldn't take that long just to restack them. It's happened before. It's probably happen again. But that's, yeah, try and just talk to them, because, you know, I always say the people in the receiving and shipping, they have you by the gonads. They really do. And I've been coming back and forwards to all these deliveries for 8 years now. You don't want to really upset the apple cart, because it's going to stick and they're going to mess with you. They really are, you know, they've got you. So it's better to... And the environment, when you get on with the people you're delivering to, it's so much better than having an attitude and stuff like that. You just don't want it. Don't want it. Lose the attitude. Let's all get on smoothly. And then hopefully I'll get these off soon. Which, like I say, I wasn't too bothered, because I was tired anyway. At least it stopped raining. That's for sure. On we go. With your coyote, little bugger. Gotta keep your eyes peeled out here. I was only thinking, you know, it was one night, quite a few years ago, I was coming through here. Anyway, to tell you where I am, I'm up on the 2. I managed to get my deliveries off, and with much upset to the people, because apparently they're doing stock taking, so it's been a challenge all day to get the bloody loads off, because they shouldn't have had any loads, apparently. I didn't know, they booked it. I've got my load thing, so all 4 of my deliveries were, well, we weren't expecting anything today, you're not booked in, but anyway, managed to persuade them all to take the loads off, a bit later than the booking time, but hey, I got them all off rather than being stuck in Spokane. Otherwise that was going to leave me late and home tomorrow, because that last one wanted to unload me in the morning. I managed to persuade them to unload me today, so it's now coming up to 7 o'clock and I'm just about to run out of time. So I have 2 choices. I can go 90, Interstate 90 east to west across Washington, or I can come up on US 2, which takes me over Stevens Pass or Snoqualmie on the 90. Stevens Pass, you know, I like that one a lot, so I'm going to come this way. It's the same difference, same. 60 mile different, I think, shorter even this way, but it's I like it. It's nice and quiet, just boodle along here, and you know, you're out in the middle of nowhere. Look at it, nothing, and coyotes. Yeah, a few years ago I was coming a little bit further up. There's a rest area just up here, and there was I think it was 3 or 4 wolves went across the front of me, and I still to this day I aren't 100% sure whether they were wolves. It was dark, but you do get big coyotes, but these were big. These were very big, so I'm pretty convinced they were actually wolves, because they look very similar on a night kind of thing. They really do. Anyway, so if it has that, that's another one on my list, but I couldn't swear to that one, because I'd like to think it were, because that would be another wild animal I've seen. I've seen them in zoos, wolves, in Canada, but not actually in the wild. No, we waited in Yellowstone for ages to try and see a pack, and we never saw them in the end we gave up when we were there. There is some though. There's a few about over Stevens. There's two big packs apparently that run from Stevens Pass over to Snoqualmie and all around that area. They have quite a massive range of how far they wander basically and hunt. Yeah, a lot of arable out here, loads of arable. Look at the sunflowers, sunflowers. A lot of arable, just wheat, barley, wheat, more wheat, more wheat. We're going to shut it down soon, call it a night, and then set off in the morning. I'm only about just over 200 miles away from home, I will be. Bit blustery, 74 degrees, nice. Overcast. Not a bad show really, after like I say, I was the first one held back 2 hours, but did alright. What are we into today? What time did I start? I started at 4 o'clock on agricultural, so this is 12, 13, 14, 15. By the time I stop, it'll be a 16-hour day today. Not bad, is it? After 4.5 hours sleep last night. Gotta keep going. Oh dear, mate. So where's this here rest area? Somewhere over here. Sunday tomorrow, so I'll get up. Well, the intention is to get up straight on my 10 hours off, because I ain't going to get back into the agricultural, so yeah, I ain't going to get back into the agricultural, so I'll have to have 10 hours off, which to be fair I'm pretty happy about. I want a full night's sleep. 10 hours, get up first thing, up dawn's hoo-ha, and get over through Wenatchee before the traffic starts, and Leavenworth, and up and over the mountain. I should be home something like then. There isn't going to be. There will be plants probably on Monday night, but this Sunday there won't be any tomorrow night, and there won't be any fruit either, any berries, because the weather right at home is still going to be raining until Monday. So the blueberries, there ain't going to be any blueberry loads probably until Tuesday late afternoon at the earliest. So I've got a bit of time if I ain't got any plants on Monday, so we might go over the other side of the mountain where the weather's going to be a bit warmer for a day. We'll see with the family, we'll see, hopefully. Go a bit of paddleboarding, do something. Just to give you an inkling of but I say, it's either run the, like I said, run the motorway, the freeway, or I can run the US road, the single track road, this road, right the way across. Bear in mind, this isn't just like a Hull to Hornsey sort of jaunt, a 15-mile run, where I can run freeway or on the. This is basically where from Spokane to getting back onto the motorway, it's just under 200 miles. So that's just under 200 miles on back roads, basically. You know, I think some people think, oh, he's just running, you know, a few miles and then he's back on the motorway, freeway, and stuff like that. No, this is a full 200 miles of all back roads. But it's, you know, they are fast roads. You're still getting plenty of miles in and making plenty of progress. It's just there ain't the traffic out here, and it's a lot more picturesque. There is nothing out here though, and I'm just about to run out of time on my log. So that's a bit of a worry, isn't it? I'm going to be parked up just randomly in the middle of the desert, or mountains, or whatever you want to call this bit. Mountainy desert, deserty mountain, high desert. I don't think anybody will mind if you just park up and just pull up and do what you do. It is beautiful out here, nice, peaceful. Very windy though. Well, today that is. And that sun's bloody annoying when you're going west or late on an afternoon. I prefer that than the rain though. I've had enough rain over in Western Washington for the last quite a while. I hope somebody else can see something, because I can't see jack shit. Oh, there we are. We're back in the world again. Up and over another hill. I'm ready for a stop tonight. Oh yeah, I am. Just hanging in there. Lost the road again. There it is. There we go. I'll know when I hit the rumble strip, won't I? Freaking hell. Up we go. Like being up on mowers. Then we'll give way to all this and we'll go, when we get ours, Wenatchee, Leavenworth, we end up in the Alpine Mountains. No, gone again, there we go. I don't want to be stopping out here in the middle of nowhere. I ain't got any internet and I wanted a film night tonight. I say a film night, I'll probably get laid in my bed and I'll be out like a light. I do that a lot of times. I've got that many films that I've started and got like 10 minutes into. And I've probably got close to 20 or 30 films that I've just started and haven't carried on. This one. Good morning all, here we are just dropping down this little mountainside here. It's pretty first thing this morning. I just stayed on the top of the hill. I should have done a video there. It was a nice little garage just outside of the town. I came through the town of Villa, Water Villa. Middle of nowhere, big old town. I was in the garage last night and I was talking to the owner there, and there's nothing for miles and miles around here. It's just farmland and stuff like that. Dotted farms about in the middle of nowhere. And there was a school out there as well. So obviously there's kids about, isn't there? from the farms and things like that. And I'm thinking, what do the kids do out here for kicks and giggles and stuff like that? There, get out that way, Bambi. Go on, shoot, you little bugger. On the right there, do you see her? Off you go. You survive another day. I ain't running into you. So I was thinking, what do they do for kicks and giggles? And then two young lads came into the garage with a Hilux pickup, a Toyota Hilux, old one, beaten up. Homemade roll cage in the back, all jacked up and everything like that, and he's like, that's what they do for kicks and giggles. I was talking to him, yeah, they built it all, put the bigger diffs in, put the all lockers on it and all sorts of shit and stuff like that. Oh yeah, cool, really cool. Obviously hunting and things like that, rather than just sat on a computer 24/7. Some beautiful land is this. Yeah, always nice places to pull up as well. If you go this way off the beaten track and stuff like that, you can just rock up and park basically. Yeah, the lady there last night, I went to the garage to make sure first, can I park at the back of your garage? Yeah, not a problem, no problem. Lovely woman, old girl. She said to me, she said, I'm open till 9 o'clock, the bathrooms are over there, coffee over there, and what have you. If you, after 9 o'clock, if you need the bathroom, there's a porta potty outside, you can feel free to use that, blah, 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 whatever, and I'm open at 6 in the morning. I thought, wow, that's fantastic, isn't it? It really is. Can't get better than that. Hospitality over here is next to none. It really is the best. Down and down and down we go to the river. And then we follow, I forget what the river is. Then we'll be in Wenatchee. Over there, we cross over the river at Wenatchee. Into Leavenworth, and you know the rest, Stevens Pass and all that. That's I'm not sure whether I'm not hearing it anymore. You're probably annoying the hell out of you, the beep beep, the ABS light. It is what it is. Just another light on the dashboard. It makes the engine management light that's on warning light feel as though it's not alone, flashing up the ABS light. Yes, the ABS does work for you. No, you can't drive it without ABS. You know what? In the 90s and what have you, we managed without ABS. Before that, obviously. No ABS. Imagine that, eh, ladies? God, no ABS. Oh, no. Let's go head office now. And there was some fun times in the wet. You could get that trailer sideways. You have to definitely watch your mirrors. It's a lovely little downturn, isn't it, eh? I can't remember this one, you know. I've been over this loads of times. I'm not remembering this. It's so hard to pinch myself, you know. Still, it's like, oh my God. I was going in this morning and I was brushing my teeth at the side of the truck, and I always stand on my porch as I call it, stood on the step. I used to I've done it for years, even in Magnums were the best one, to stand on your porch and brush your teeth and look out over the land and that. It's absolutely beautiful. And the whole road to yourself. Not exactly busy today, is it? Sunday morning. I was late, it's 9 o'clock. I hadn't really slept in this morning. But Steph says, don't bother rushing back. I spoke to Steph at 6:30, 7 o'clock this morning, she was joining me. And she was saying it's chucking it down rain. So plans of going anywhere or doing anything paddleboarding, they ain't happening unless we're... and I've got to take this up in the morning anyway, so I can't go over the other side. They come back over here with the car. Got another one of these, I think, tomorrow. Got to grab them like by the horns, you know what I say? You know, this is the chrysanthemum mums. We're just going to call them mums from now on. Chrysanthemums. So if I say mums, you know which flowers I'm on about. I think this is about 7 miles down. Makes Staxton look a little weak. What's that other one you all rave about? On the York Moors up that way. Some people fishing down there. I ain't got my fishing rod with me actually. It's still in the Jeep. We're down at the bottom of the hill. There's Columbia. There's Columbia, by the way, that river. It's all the way down to Portland and then out to sea. Obviously, as all rivers there eventually lead to the sea. Beautiful drive. This is your apple region round here, all your apples and shit, like obviously not in this mountainous bit, but in this surrounding area. When we get down into Wenatchee, which is about 6 miles away, and all this stretch, all going up to nearly Canada, basically, if you were to carry on the 97, which this is the 97, follows the river all the way up, you'll get all your apple loading bays and stuff, places like that. Apples, peaches, pears, biggest exporters of apples in the world. I'm pretty sure. Listen, probably China's got something bigger, but we ain't counting them. We don't include them. Nice temperatures over here. Nice climate. Yeah, if I'm going to go to Texas, that's pretty, and it's got that looking nice. Yeah, if I'm going to go a load over to, I don't know, Texas, Florida, or anything like that, it'll 9 times out of 10, I'll grab a load from this side of the mountain. I'm 180 miles over the other side. As the crow flies, probably about 100 miles to my right. Just basically turn right and hop off that mountain, keep going up just over there. Probably even less than that, actually. Yeah, I can get loads out of the coal store, Bellingham coal store, to take me Texas, Florida, and all over the place. But they're obviously they're frozen loads that come out of there, so you pay more on the fuel on the reefer, and 9 times out of 10 they're never paying that well anyway. They're not paying as good as over this side. Well, that was breakfast sorted. I've just been in Leavenworth for breakfast. I parked in this in the car park on the entrance, or on the what side am I? West side, as you're coming in. On the east side, sorry, east side is coming in. But I've just noticed there's a bit of waste ground going there. Because you're meant to pay to park in there, but there's damn sure I wasn't paying for 7 parking places. The car park is empty. I saw the local sheriffs, and they said they don't do the parking tickets or anything like that. So they, as far as they're concerned, I'm good. But he said, you know, you've got to. They are pretty keen, which I explained. Yes, I have. Me and the boy got a ticket once before. Blah 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 blah. And like he said, if you do get a ticket, just explain it and say to them like we did before, and we got it squashed. But the actual person chucking the tickets out are usually pretty keen to slap them on. They're just doing their job. Because things have changed here with the parking arrangement for the semi. He said I can get over to the park and ride. He seems to think I'll be able to get the semi in there. For future reference, so that was good to know. Or maybe see this. It's what I'm forward planning. If I'm here over the weekend or something like that, there's a bit of room there, because the hotels don't have a great lot of car parks in them. And nobody, to be fair, you know, there isn't. Not everybody's a great lover of trucks, but yes, sorry, I mean the majority of people watching this don't like the trucks, but there are some people who don't actually like trucks. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Non-lover of the trucks, bitches. So they don't want to be looking out on a truck. It'd be even worse if you're loaded as well with the reefer running. Brrr, but Jesus Christ, I know I wouldn't. I'd be complaining as well. I'd pay for a hotel. You look out the window and there's some old reefer rattling away. And with the thing that we know a lot of you rather, especially over here, leave the truck idling overnight, and that's not a thing to do when you're in 20 bucks parking. If you're not a thing, if you're in a town residential area, just don't do it. Even the APU, I wouldn't start an APU in a residential area. Rattly old APU. It's disrespectful, really is. Should have got Steph to come over and meet me. Bollocks. I didn't think about that. Because once I get over the other side of that mountain, the weather's going to change. It's going to be totally different. See, what happens is the bad weather usually comes in from the east. It hits the mountains, gets all broken up. We get the shit. At our side, the wet side. This is the dry side. Nice 82 degrees. That's what I want to do up yonder there, the log thing, log fluty thing, whatever it is. See, that's got a bit of waste ground there, but they don't really want the semi parked right outside the hotel. It doesn't look good, does it? You know what I mean? It's not so bad just the unit, but there is a lay-by just out of town. I think that's going to be my best bet. You see, that was the parking before. You see where the trailers are and the boat and that? That's where you could park, but there's no overnight parking now. And that's what they were meant to be building them big enough to get semis in. Nope, not big enough for semis. If I knew the contractor owned that, I could ask him, I suppose. Right. I tried to get in there, but there's a huge, great hump and cars park up there, and it was a little awkward. Groomed out. Yeah, I want to go up this log float. Where is it? There, on the left hand side. You see it? That looks so cool. And Jack will go on that with me, whether he likes it or not. Backpackers? That's hard walking over this terrain right over there. And this this heat. Best drive ever. Man, this is a beautiful drive. I ain't got a lot of, you've seen it loads of times, so I ain't going to record all the way going over the mountain and things like that, because you've seen it in all seasons and everything. So just go back and have a look. I've done it to music as well, so you can jig along to it. Some crazy people raft that. They go down in canoes down that river there. Come on, get off there. Trailer there, or there's a bigger one further up here. On we go. Who was that? She that was my hula girl who's just taken a dive off the dashboard. See what I mean about the weather changing? This is dropping down the other side of the mountain, and look, different weather. The further down we get, it'll get blacker and blacker. But if you want it green, you've got to have the rain. That's what the thing is. We haven't had the best. Looks like a pond. No, it isn't. We haven't had the best summer this year, to be fair. Last year was a good one, but this year we haven't. We've had quite a lot of rain. It is what it is. It is what it is. Not far now. When Jack's swimming, hopefully I think he's coming next time. I'll stop and show the waterfalls at the bottom here. I don't think I've done videos on those. Some really pretty waterfalls. I mentioned them several times when I drive past them, but I haven't done a video on them. Really nice. Oh, hang on a minute. Shit, that's something. There's plenty of water coming down today. Oh shit. Why am I on video? Fuck! Oh shit, shoot. Oh, there we go. Went on to video. Hello, look at that. That's a beautiful waterfall. I was videoing at the same time. Oh dear. I was trying to get a picture on my phone, but phone blocked up and went video. But we've got it on there. See, that's how much water rain we've had there. Pretty those. I don't know how you get to the foot of that. I'm presuming there's going to be a trail somewhere to get over there. It's Harry and the Hendersons. If you've seen the film, this is part of the coffee stand. I've done it before, you've seen it. When it's not summer, there's too many cars and shit, I can't get in there at the moment. But when it's out of season, I park there, and there's a seating area out the back. First thing in the morning, it's really nice. You can see all the waterfalls and everything like that. Grab yourself a coffee and sit there, talk to the owner. The owner's big into his motorbikes, nice guy. He's got a couple of Triumphs. He loves his Triumphs. Got some old ones and stuff. You know, it's worth calling in there if you want to chat with the dude. He's a nice bloke. They live right next door. So here we are. I'm back up at the farm. So I got home yesterday lunchtime. From that Bivo load. Just doing my paperwork really crazy out now because I'm finishing my miles off and stuff like that. Need to get my paperwork in and all that good stuff. Otherwise we don't get paid, do we? We've got to get paid. We want to get paid. Got to get that spondoolies. We are so busy right now. Everything is flat to the mat. It really is, which is good. You know, I've never been so busy as this year with all the produce and the farm work and stuff like that locally and things like that. So I'm going back to Tracy. I'm back up at the farm again at Linden. quickly get my paperwork done. They're loading me already. I've just got here. I swapped trailers. I've got my original trailer back. You know, the one that John put all the lights on the back. I'm so happy about that. That other one, beep, 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 it was doing my head in. No, not more. So I'm back with my original trailer. Bloody happy with that. Vanguard. I'm going back down to Tracy, California, and doing the rounder with the chocolate, the usual malarkey, you know, the load that I really like. So I've got a few minutes to get my paperwork in, get all that finished off on the last load. It's Monday now, so I had half a day at home yesterday. Back down to Tracy, get back. I should be back Thursday on that, hopefully, and yeah, grab something to eat quickly as well, because I don't want to stop. I am running late. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm going to hit all the traffic. I know it's going to be a late one. It's going to be 12 o'clock at night. Probably 1, 2 in the morning by the time I get stopped. But hey, you got to do what you do. I'm still going to get 10 hours off. So, you know, it's just work late tonight. It is. You got to take advantage. Grab that bull by the horns. Good morning, y'all. So I've just got up. Let me show you. I had to get out of bed. It's 11 o'clock. And it was getting a little bit toasty back here. Look, I've got this little weather thing going on now, which I quite like. But it's a bit of a bullshit because it tells me it's raining. Rain, look. Does that look like rain to you? I think it's got a little bit wrong. Anyway, that was more than like the temperature. So we got to, yes, I've got it in centigrade. 21, where's that, outside, 27 inside, 27, nearly 28. So it's getting a bit toasty. It's nearly 11 o'clock. Wait, it is 11 o'clock. I can set off now. One in a minute. Didn't get here till 1 o'clock last night. I laid in bed and I couldn't stand it anymore. I had to get out. And let me tell you, this is one of my little hidey holes. I like this. This is in just before the state line of California. Not too far. I'm going to tell everybody where it is, otherwise everybody will pinch my parking places. Bollocks to you. But Reefer's revving its gonads off, trying to get down. This is a challenge. You know, it's beautiful around here, really is. There was a few trucks parked on here last night, but not many, as you can see on the last one. There's a nice hotel I want to stay in sometime up there. It's meant to be haunted one. That looks quite fun. We'll stay there. But that was a challenge. The morning duty in a Portaloo when it's 27 outside. Toasty. Or 21 outside, but it feels a hell of a lot hotter than that, and it was definitely squeeze and run in there. I'll tell you, too much information, yeah, but this is where I'm at. Gonna set off. When you do set off late and you're rushing like this, or not late, because you've got to have your 10 hours off anyway, or in England you're 9 hours off, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Make sure you have your breakfast, you've got all your food, you've got your water bottle, you've got everything to hand, so as soon as you set off, you can kick ass. You don't want to be setting off 30 minutes down the road. You need to stop, you need to go for a tom tit or whatever. You get it all out of the way, then go. You're saving so much time. All that time, every time you stop, even if you just stop for, like, I don't know, a piss stop or something like that, you've lost 20 minutes plus. You might not think you have, but you have. By the time you've caught it all up on yourself and stuff like that, get it all out of the way, get it done. I'm going to be good for 3 hours now. Hammer down.